Hey, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another video. This time we have some gameplay for you guys. We've got the red-blue SS3 deck on the right, piloted by Larry, and on the left, I am piloting the blue-yellow SS3 deck. This actually was not planned because of the play out of Richmond or anything like that. We actually recorded this beforehand, and this is actually testing Fluid at 1, so some slight differences, but there are two decks that I personally like playing in this particular format. So they're two decks I wanted to get some gameplay against and show you guys kind of two of the premier decks and how they kind of play against each other. So you're going to notice, I think I'm pointing the right direction, you're going to notice the Shenron's Lair logo on the screen there. And yes, it is true, guys. We did sell out. We signed a contract for millions of dollars. No, I'm just kidding. We are on Team Shenron's Lair, and I'm so excited about that. They are just like one of my favorite teams. I hope I don't get kicked off now that I said I sold out. I'm totally just joking, guys. But I'm super excited to be on the team, guys. It's so awesome. Like they've been one of my favorite teams in BBS ever since I met them in person out in Fresno, California. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm super excited to be repping them on the East Coast with my other teammates, Pat, Trey, and Maul. I'm super excited, guys. So I want to let you guys all know that as we intro this game. So you're going to see me going second rather, sorry. So Larry's going to drop the one-drop Trunks to show Chain Zeno. Really important in the meta right now, especially because when you're going into SS3, you don't know what type of variant you're going to be playing against. So presenting Chain Zeno is always good. Just the option to evolve at any point is really good to show. I'm going to go activate Successor of Hope before I even activate my Leader's Effect. You can do that because it is an activate main. You can skip your charge phase. You can play something like Successor and then choose to activate your Leader's Effect. So kind of let you just see what's in your deck, see how weird your life looks, you know what I mean? Because you do play some off-color cards like Unbreakable and some black cards that you don't really want to hit in your energy, so you get just like a chance to look through that, see what's in your deck, and then see what your life kind of looks like. Luckily, I flip a yellow and a blue, and that's perfect for kind of the hand I have now. I'm going to be able to self-awaken by comboing this Trunks into this Goten. Yeah, unfortunately for Larry, he did not flip a blue. That's going to hurt him a lot. I believe he has a Senzu Bean in his hand that he can't even use. That's really going to hurt. And a Whis and a dead Zeno. Like, this is not looking good for him right now. I flipped two good colors. I'm awakening on exactly when I want to as the blue-yellow deck. This is going to get a little bit overwhelming for Larry. 15k into the Bardock. It's really nice playing Storm, not having to worry about your opponent having access to something like Nimbus. He's going to tap out here, and there's a very high potential that just like seals his fate. Getting into another Goten. Yeah, guys, this is testing Fluid at 1, and I've been testing this deck with Fluid at 1 for a couple weeks now, and man, it is still an insane deck. It really is. Turn 2 is maybe a little harder to pull off, but this deck is still crazy. Like turn 3, if this deck goes uninterrupted, you will lose to this deck. It's still insanely consistent. It's still insanely strong. Whether you're playing the SS3 version, the Hirudegarn version, it's really good still. So yeah, we're trying to force him down to 2 here. He has no choice but to take it. Without any energy available, he can't access his Unbreakables. And probably the boost attacks in his hand, if he has them, aren't enough to get him out. Yeah, he has one boost attack that would not be nearly enough to get him out of there. And now we're just going to try and close out the game with Scientist Fu. Surefire shot, he's tapped out, grabbing more combo power off the Successor, and even more combo power out of this ultra consistent aggro deck. We're going leader in just to get another card. Just get another card. He really has no way to really interact with us here, so we're just gonna go in the leader, get another card. He's going to awaken here. Totally agree with it. At this point, it's too late to try and stall it out for Chain Zeno. 100% too late. He's in a combo out here, which I don't necessarily agree with. If I was Larry, like seeing the Scientist Fu physically, I would just probably take the hit and like, hopefully get more combo power to try and defend against the Scientist Fu. But he probably is playing with the presumption that I can put more lethal threats on him with 1 life if he does go down to 1. But at the same time, I'd probably combo my whole hand into this Fu. So if it didn't work out, he probably would have survived. But he would have had to rip like a super combo off his life. It's pretty unlikely, but if I was him, I probably wouldn't have comboed out of that and just went down to 1 and see what I could have done against the Fu. But yeah, that's just, oh man, this game is great. Literally OTK, guys. Literally 1-turn kill, 8-0, real fast. That was just like the peak potential of what this deck can do. So we actually recorded the whole match for you guys. Normally we only record 1 game, but because that first game was so fast, I wanted to get a little bit more of what each deck can do, not just show you the completely one-sided way of the SS3 Storm deck. It's not always going to work out like that when you're playing this deck, so when you're playing the SS3 Storm deck. So I wanted to record the whole match and let you guys see a little bit more of what both decks are capable of. I do like the SS3 version of Storm more than Hooting or Trunks because of my own playstyle. I'm not always comfortable trying to aggro someone. Like, I think my sequencing is getting much better, but if I need to, I want to be able to fall back on something like a Nimbus if I can't kill them. And I think it just gives you a crazy advantage in the Hooting and Trunks matchups. Like, you're never going to draw as many cards as Trunks or Hooting, but you have capability of playing some crazy defense and sideboarding into a mid-range deck if you want to, which I really like about the SS3 Storm deck. So it's definitely my favorite way to play Storm right now, at least. All right, Larry's up first. It's really a debate here whether you want to manually charge or go for your leader effect. Going first, it's a little bit more helpful to activate your leader effect, and he hits great colors here, the red and the blue. Now he has access to that bean. It's really going to help him out, but it's still risky. Like, if he would have hit 2 reds, he would have been in trouble. It could have potentially ended up just like the last game. But now that I hit a yellow and a red, it's looking a little bit rough for me. I'm only playing 2 Unbreakables because I don't really want to hit. But I'm playing that and the Champas, so I'm playing a total of 4 red cards and 2 black, I believe, with the 2 Fu. So I really don't want to hit red in my life. I really don't hit black in my life, so I trimmed down the Unbreakables. The blocker Geens and the Nimbus, they get you there. And I really want to minimize my bad flips off my life. There will be a deck profile for the SS3 Storm deck definitely coming up on the channel. If you guys want to see the blue-red deck as well, let me know that as well, because they are testing both Flute at 1. So the red-blue deck, we do have one from when I top 16 Philly, but it is a bit different now that we're testing Flute at 1. So if you guys want to see that, don't be afraid to let me know down in the comments below. All right, we're going to get that unyielding on that Bardock. Just keep extending the plays. The plays are never ending, guys. When you can play with 12 energy on turn 1, it's pretty insane. Pretty insane. Of course, I hit the red. Off my life, and I see all the unyieldings I need to see. Don't even get punished for not even seeing Bean. Pretty nuts. Goten going in, taking the super combo, easy choice there. He is Senzu Bean though. Going 20k in the Goten. I want to force him to take some damage before he can chain Zen on me at 4 life, but he will combo the combo go on. The reason he's not awakening here is because if he decides to chain Zen on me on the next turn, and I'm just going to pass here, I believe. Yeah, I'm just going to pass here, I believe, so he actually made the right call. If he's able to chain Zen on me here by evolving, he's going to reset us both down to 5 cards, and then he is going to draw an additional 3 cards. Awaken Leader, draw another 2, attack, draw another 1. And then I'm going to be at a disadvantage. I also don't awaken here, though, for that exact reason. I have 2 energy up to play defense, which is perfectly fine. And I don't want to awaken because if he chains me, I want to be able to recover just as well as he can. And he's not going to chain Zen on me because I'm not awakened, which, you know, that's a way to play around that if you can manage to keep energy up without awakening in SS3. So he's going to go in with the Burst Text on Gohan. Now I know he has no potential to play Unyielding unless he's playing... I'm sorry, I know he has no potential to play Chain Attack into Zeno unless he's playing like double Unyielding. So I awaken, I go all in on the Awaken. No reason not to here. Because next turn I can apply crazy pressure. And if he chain Zenos me, he'll probably be at less than 4 life, so it'll be just much less valuable for him. I do Nimbus him here. I don't believe I activated the Nimbus effect. No real reason to, because I know he doesn't have any more plays for the rest of the turn. Leader at a Goten. Just trying to clear my board. Drop the Unbreakable, save it. Not even wasting a card. Get more pressure on the next turn. But that was a pretty good advantage turn for Larry. I believe he was able to resolve the burst attack and then awaken and draw 2 extra cards. So he drew a total of 5 cards, I believe, that turn. Pretty good. Pretty good. But now we're going to 3 energy here as SS3. This almost fills out our curve. 3 energy is pretty ideal, but one of them should be blue. So the fact that we have a red and weren't really able to charge a blue here is kind of unfortunate. It's definitely going to halt us from putting in the max potential of our kill turn. So he's going to be in there. Again, that's going to be another deterrent for me. Having to swing into a 20k with a bunch of 10ks is tough. It's really tough. We're going to grab the flute. The 1-of flute, seeing it off the goten is so good. We're going to match him at 20. I see a lot of people do this, like, and it really is just weird to me. Like, they'll flip a bad color off their SS3, right? They'll flip a red like I just did. And, like, they'll do things that don't require particular colors, like comboing or dropping a scientist foo. And they'll tap a color that, like, it works for their main strategy. Like, they'll tap a yellow for it, let's say, and not the red. And, like, I see people do that, like, on stream, too, and it's just like, why are you doing that? It's weird. Like, in the general outcome of things, it doesn't typically matter sometimes because of the fact SS3 untaps energy, and they weren't going to use that energy anyway. But, I mean, if you play, you should play every game like it's, like, you're trying to play 100% correctly, and you know, that could actually end up punishing you if you draw into something off Scientist Foo, like that you need yellow for, you know. Use your colorless things on bad colors, especially if you're playing SS3 guys. Make sure you do that. He's gonna combo out. Yeah, it's gonna be a real tough turn for me to try and pressure him here. I'll rip a Bardock off the top. A lot of Videls in my hand. A lot of Videls in my hand. I really like the card in the deck. It allows your Gotens to pressure unawakened leaders. Awakened leaders, and not negative cards. Actually, plus you cards, which is really insane. Yeah, I don't want to drop the Bardock here because I don't want to go down past 4 life. I know I'm not killing him, so I really want to keep my life at 4 for the Chain Zeno play. I believe we hit a Nimbus off the top of that, which is just really clutch. I'm debating if I want to do if I want to add pressure here. Not gonna add any pressure on the combo. Just gonna drop the Gohan to be a blocker. Nimbus and a blocker, you're almost definitely not gonna lose that game, or that turn rather. Sorry. So he's gonna be on 4 energy. He can hard cast Chain Attack. He can go for hit, for seeing hit, which would suck for me slightly, but I do have the Nimbus, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Dropping a Topo in the energy. Topo is really weird in this matchup for blue-red playing against SS3 Storm, or Storm in general, because it requires 2 energy to tap, which can be really steep when you're trying to defend your life. So that Videl that's coming out in the World Tournament set may prove to be a very good card in blue-red SS3. Topo is so good for the board clears, but maybe some combination of both Topo and Videl would just be really helpful in blue-red trying to combat Storm. So something to think about. Yeah, he is getting Nimbus here because he has 2 attackers showing, and then the potential to drop 1 to 2 more, or 3 more potentially. So yeah, we're gonna just be safe and Nimbus that. I'm gonna block with the Grandpa, save the life total in case he decides to go for a Chain Zeno play. Pretty equal advantage, so I don't see him Chain Zenoing me. Yeah, he's just gonna go for the hit. He's gonna see the bad ring laser, which kind of takes away the surprise factor of it a little bit, but it is also kind of inevitable. Like, if there's a negate that I need to negate, it's getting negated. So I'm gonna get rid of double Bardock. Those really are my playmakers, so it makes a lot of sense that they would get rid of them there. Really the best things that will help me push next turn for sure. Oh man, the Videl in the blue-red deck actually opens up a lot of plays because let's say Larry had the Videl, he could just go like untap 2 red and a blue. If he had a Whis coercion, he could negate with the coercion, and then he could restand the red, so we could have 3 red standing for like a Topo and a Videl. Some cool things you can do with that. Might be a really solid card in blue-red SS3. Alright, Goten's going in. Gotta try and kill him this turn. His board's getting way too big. I believe we just added a Scientist Foo, adding the Wincon, always good. Trying to match a 15k leader here. Yeah, well, unfortunately our hand's not super duper stacked for going for game here. Easy combo out. Leader going in, drawing a card. Dropping the combo go on, just making that board way more massive. Scientist Foo. We had a Champa and something else. Grandpa into Videl. boosting the scientist. Drawing and unyielding. Yeah, our hand's weird, so our plays are getting weird. The fact that we had our Bardocks taken away, it definitely hurts this turn. Definitely hurts a lot. The blue-red deck's definitely been able to stabilize and get its game plan on track. So we've got a 35k on the Foo here. It's gonna be an easy combo out, especially when Larry just hit super combo into super combo. It's gonna be pretty easy combo out of, and he doesn't really want to waste another 10k when he doesn't have to. I totally agree with him. I believe he's gonna go and just get rid of this intensifying power trunks. Yeah, the intensifying power is very useless right now. Like at this point, you can just hard cast chain attack if he needs to. So no real need for the one drop there. Going Grandpa. Debating. We have a weird hand, really weird hand. Gonna go another Videl, tap the Videl just to draw a card. Successor, just get more combo power. Should drop the go on the block. Oh, we're gonna try and get more cards. That's what we're gonna do here. All right. Interesting. Very interesting. We're just gonna try and put him down to 2. Oh, ripping into the go 10 is. Oh my. I probably should have dropped the go 10 and the Bardock and passed, but. Oh man. Sorry, the Grandpa Gohan and passed, but wow. We're going in and we're getting rewarded for it. Hitting the go 10 is so good here. Did he just hit another super combo? Oh my word. Good on you, Larry. Good on you. He's going to tap out here. Not the most threatening thing for him. I think he knows my plays are pretty limited. Oh, yeah. Going Bardock into a red Gohan, we're abandoning the game plan hard. But we hit a Nimbus. That is so essential. That is so clutch. Hitting the Nimbus right there is so clutch. It basically means we're probably not dying next turn. But we are starting to lose the resource game pretty heavy. Our resources are dwindling. Yeah, he's going to save the red Gohan because it's going to help him kill me next turn. But we do have the Nimbus, which is just nuts. So. Oh, man, that board is so large. Like, I remember when set 3 first came out, Cross World came out, and the SS3 that came out, it was weird. Like, people, I guess, didn't really see the potential it had. But the card pool was also weaker, so it wasn't as good. But I made a blue-red SS3 deck that was just like all gas, all breaks. Like it was crazy against aggro, and it aggroed pretty well. It was super fun. If you want to check that out, it's like one of our first videos on the channel. Definitely check it out. It was super duper fun in set 3, but man, how this deck has evolved. Yeah, so we Nimbus to play. Then we have the Roshi for the hit. Now he's got the leader swing, and that's pretty much it. Very unfortunate for Larry to not be able to swing all those blockers, all those attackers. So he is going to go for the Chain Zeno here, and it's pretty interesting that he does that here. I kind of questioned it, but at the same time, like, I do have a lot of attackers on board for next turn. I do have all those Videllas to reset my advantage. Like, next turn I was going to draw 4 cards off the Videllas and the Gotens alone, and then my leader swing. So I don't, looking back on it now, I don't disagree with it as much. I disagreed with it much more when we played this game out, but it seems like a solid play. Seems like a solid play. Because there was, and plus I had the Chomp in hand, there was very high potential I killed him next turn actually with the amount of cards I was going to draw. So good play, but good play on him. I don't disagree with it. He swings to the leader here, but forgets to tap it. So that's what happened there. Bardock going in. This is the kill turn, guys. We're going down, going down 2 life. It's either kill or get killed at this point, unless we rip another Nimbus by the graces. That would be pretty awesome. Senzu Bean, man, that's like the 3rd Senzu Bean to resolve in this game. It's always tough. It's always tough. Oh, we ripped the super combo off the top. Excellent. Match a 20k leader for free. I'll take it. I'll take it all day. 20k on the Goten. Super duper good. So just gonna take it. Interesting call. Man, that deck is thin. Real thin. Oh yeah, we're going down to 1, boys. Going down to 1. Kill or get killed. I do get back into the battering, which is pretty cool. Leader into leader. We hit the Bardock Ape. That's a pretty interesting hit. We're gonna try and force this damage through so we can just evolve the Bardock and go and try and go for game. But it's tough without without any super combos. It's tough to force it through there. Yeah, easy combo out for Larry. Hard cast to Goten. It's never so good when you have the hard cast to Goten. Goten into Goten Beam Videl. Take another Goten. Unfortunately, none of those Roshis are Nimbuses, so they're negates, but definitely on the weaker side of negates. Easy combo out. Oh yeah, getting topoed on the ape swing in does not feel good. Although I'm debating bad ringing here, but at this point, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, like whether I bad ringed or not, it wasn't gonna matter. Like he was gonna have 2 attackers, one being a topo that was just gonna clear my whole board. Unfortunately, so 2 Roshis really wouldn't have made too much of a difference. I don't think at 1 life. I really don't think it would have mattered. Almost definitely wouldn't have mattered. So the card advantage game here is definitely just going to seal the deal. I think at this point I'm just saying to Larry, just attack me, please, please, just attack me and go for game. You know I can't do anything about it, but he wants to play it the sure way. Attack. And he resolves the go on. So good, so good. Roshi goes to grave. Yeah, it doesn't go to grave, but we're scooping it up. Game 3 here. Game 3, I had the choice. Yeah, it's a little weird when you're playing this deck. Like, you want to keep off-color cards almost just so you don't rip them off your life, which sounds like pretty terrible logic, but man, like, I've hit in double black in this deck and just scooped immediately. Like, it just feels so bad to do that. Like, that's just where that's what I really like about this leader. There's a lot of things I don't like about this leader. The number one thing being how unpunishing it is for the player base. Like the decision to leave energy up for defense based on what play you want to make that turn needs to come back into this game. But the other thing I really like about it is just getting energy wrecked. Like, man, does that feel bad that you lose just some more RNG. Like when I entered this game in set 2, I really felt like this game was low RNG, which was really nice as a card game player. Like, of course, there's going to be a level of RNG, a level of randomness, playing a card game, shuffling a deck, and drawing random cards. But to minimize that and make the game very skill-based is very fun. And losing to a bad energy flip in SS3 never feels good. But double yellow is not bad. We're going to get the Bardock. We're going to be able to awaken turn 1. So we're in pretty good shape here. Bardock taking the life. I think I'm making a slight decision here because I'm wondering like how badly or what's the potential of getting chains out next turn, and I decide it's 0. He has to flip double red, have a 1-drop, a chain attack, a Zeno, and an Unyielding, which a lot of blue-red decks don't play Unyielding. Oh, and of course I get into the next Goten. That's so good. But yeah, there's like almost no shot I get Chain Zeno next turn, so he's gonna manually charge, and it's gonna be a red, which really, really is unfortunate. Like, I'm pretty sure his hand here is like all red, which just sucks. Like, me being on 3 energy as a Storm player and him on 1 with 1 red is so unfortunate. The only blue in his hand is a Piccolo, which realistically I probably would have charged that and just like prayed that I hit a Senzu Bean off my life or a Senzu Bean when I awaken. Like, that's probably a misstep by Larry there, but I can see him not want to charge the Piccolo because it will be one of the combo cards that helps him try and survive. So I can see it, but charging super combos is pro plays. Gotta do it sometimes. Gotta do it. It's really nice when the Goten's gonna be free pluses and you don't have to combo up to deal damage to your opponent. It's really nice. But plying through 8 life is rather tough with Storm. That is definitely a thing. Just wants to combo out of what he can combo out of. Totally get it. Gonna drop a big boy here. Yeah, I don't play Planet Vegeta in this build, which it's just kind of it's a weird card in this deck because like you really want to turn 1 Awaken. So like tapping a yellow for a planet when if you have the Bardock play is just weird. Like planet could probably be good at other stages of the game, but I just cut it for what I thought were better cards. Could see it potentially going back into the build though. Being able to untap that Bardock's good, but at the same time, like you don't really want to rely on like not killing your opponent and then having a blocker standing up. And wow, charging the second red is so unfortunate. Like I can really just gather information on his hand from what he's charging, and he's going on Awakened Leader at a Goten. I'm just gonna block with the Bardock, and I know he really has no good shot of getting rid of my Bardock. He's gonna try and match it with 20. He's gonna try and beat over it with 30. And at this point, I think he's just digging for cards, which unfortunately he's tapped out going on to my third turn. Not looking super good for Larry here. Bad energy flip, and unfortunately did not draw any of his blue cards or any beans. Very rough, very, very rough. You guys saw last game how Bean definitely allowed Larry to survive. This game, he is not so fortunate. So we just have the absolute onslaught standing back up. No need to even charge further. All you really need for the Storm deck is 3 energy. Got the Videl established. Funnily enough, I think we're gonna pump the Gohan here. Yeah, we're gonna pump the Gohan. We want to get a swing in with the Gohan. Like we have a bean we want to combo anyway, so putting the Gohan at 9k and then dropping the bean into it, basically just gives a 10k attack. We get some utility out of it by swinging with it, and then we're just gonna swap it out. So weird, but made sense at the time. I think it was a right play. I think it was a good play, personally. Yeah, a lot of times you want to put your opponent down to 3 with something like a double striker at 5 life, but at this point, I think I'd rather just put him down from 4 to 2 to 0. So that's the logic with not putting him down to 3 with the Bardock. Add a super combo. Seems good. Seems good. Oh yeah, we're trying to put him down to 2 here and then just finish him off with the Bardock. Really don't think there's much you can do here. Especially being tapped out. He's about to awaken, but he has to draw into like 2 super combos. It looks like he already has 2 in his hand. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So he has a potential 35. He does have a potential 35k. Yeah, he's got to take it. Like, no real choice there, fortunately for him. Just go on. Just want to get more. Go 10 going in. Just want to get more cards. Just purely more cards. I don't even think we're in a combo here. Shouldn't combo here, so. Bardock going in for game. So we got a 25k Bardock because of the Videl. 35. 40. 45. 55, 65? 25, 35, 45, 55, 65k. Yeah, and we decided to keep the foo here. A lot of times it's not the best play because if your opponent has a negate for your second swing that they combo out of the first one, like, you're screwed. But he's tapped out. He has no potential way to even untap energy on my turn. So yeah, and I don't believe he's even gonna be able to 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. He's gonna be able to tie, it looks like. But yeah, he's not gonna be able to combo out. So yeah, guys, that was the match there. I definitely think it's a real uphill battle for blue-red SS3 as a whole. Like, in game 3, it was just super unfortunate for Larry. Like, manually charging, I think, was the right play, but not having a blue and a bean was just, it was just terrible. Like, it's super unlucky. It definitely would have turned out a lot differently if you had access to bean, but that's kind of the make or break for this deck. Storm is just that strong where if you don't have the bean, it's going to be real hard for you to maintain life and play. But yeah, guys, so that's a gameplay video. Let me know what you like about this gameplay. Let me know what you like. Let me know if you guys want to see the deck profiles for either the Storm deck or the blue-red deck. Let me know that. Let me know what you guys want out of a Discord for this community, for a Crossroad TCG Discord community. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. Let me know what you guys want to see for threads, for comment sections. Let me know that, guys. So with that being said, my name is Joey. Hashtag Shenron is Bay, and we'll see you next time.